We are now going to print the output front card boys, the output front card girls, and the back of card. So let us open first the front card boys ordinary file. So first, we are going to print here the first boy on our section. So for me, I have here B sub 1. Again, this is just a made up name. This is not real. This is just an example. So to print the front of card of B sub 1, you just click File and then click Print. And you select here your printer. So for me, I have an Epson L220 series. And in printing, we are going to use a 200 GSM volume board. So since we are using a thick board or a volume board, we are going to print one at a time. So you will just select here one copy, and once you selected here the number of copies, again that is only one copy, you click print. So once that is printed, okay, I will just cancel this. Once it is printed, you will then proceed to the second student. Okay, the same process. Click File, Print, and then you select here the number of copies, 1, and click Print. And the same goes to all your students. So again, I have here 31 boy students, so I will be printing 31 front of card boys. This is my last student, so this will be the last card. When you click B32, there it is already blank. Now, once you are through printing the front card of boys, close this file. For the paper, I use a volume board 200 GSM short size, and this is the brand that I use, but you may use any brand. We are now going to insert the volume board on the printer. So once it is inserted, okay, click Print, and it is now printing. So the one that I am printing is my example B1, or my first example boy student. There. So the front of card of B1 is now printed. Let us now print our second example, which is B2. So the front of card of B2 will now be printed. So click Print, and then it is now printing. So in just several seconds, you have already printed 2 front of cards. There. These are our examples. Let us now print output front card girls. So in printing front card girls, it is open. So we will print G1 and G2 as our example here. So click on G1, same as the front card boys, and then click File and Print. Choose your printer, and since we are using a volume board, we will just print one at a time. So the number of copies here will be 1, and then you click Print. So once you're through printing, print another page. So go here to G2. We will print the front card of the second girl. Once you are on the page, so once I am here, I am already on G2. I will click again File and then Print. Select the printer and then put the number of copies to 1. Once you are done, click Print. So this is how we print the front card girls. Let us now print the front of card for girls. We will print here the first front of card the front of card for girl 1. So just like for boys, it is the same process. Okay, So let's have another example. We will print the front of card for girl 2 or G2. Again, same process. Insert the substance, the 200 GSM volume board, and then wait for it to print. So in just around 30 seconds, we were able to print 2 front of cards for girls. We are now going to print the back of card. Every front of card must have a back of card. The back of card that we will be printing first, they are blank back of cards. This is where we are going to print the grades for every grading, as well as the observed values for every grading. So to print this, just click File, okay, the same as the front of card for boys and the front of card for girls, and then click Print. Okay, select your printer, and again just print 1 per copy. Okay, and then click Print. So once you are through printing, okay, now since I have 31 boys and 20 girls, I will be printing this at the back of every front of cards. So this is how we print the back of card. We are now going to print the back of card on a printer. So follow the step in putting the card on the printer. So there, it is now printing the back of card for 1 card. So we now have a blank back of card with a filled up front of card. Again, let's have another example. So follow the procedure in inserting. Okay, so reverse it that way and insert it on the printer, and then click Print. Okay, so now our second blank back of card is printing. So once we now have the complete sets, once we have all these cards printed with the back of cards, we can start printing for the different grades. The next step that we need to make is to open the grade sheets folder. As you can see, we have here the 8 major subjects and the 4 sub-subjects of MAPE. We have the arts, the health, music, and PE. Now, the names here are still blank, so we need to open again the input data front card, and we will copy here the names of the boys and the girl students. So from the name of B1, just drag it up to G50. So again, from B1 to G50, so that it will be easier for you to paste it. Okay, so right click, copy. That's the command. After that, you go back to the AP and then right click on the first boy or B1 column, and then click on 1, 2, 3 or paste values, and then click File and click Save. That's how you copy paste the names from input data front card to our grade sheets. Again, let's open here the grade sheets. So from AP, let's proceed to arts, and then copy the names here, right click, copy, and then go back to arts, right click and click paste values, file, save, and then close. And let's proceed to English. Copy the names on input data front on input data front card, right click, copy, and then go back to English, right click, paste values, and then click save and close. Next, we have ESP. Again, go back here to input data front card, right click, copy, and on the ESP, right click, paste values, and click save, and then close this. So those are the steps on how to copy paste the names from input data front card to our different subject areas or to the different grade sheets. Okay. So for our next step, let us open here the different folders of the different grading periods. So for the first grading, open this and then open first grading grades. So in this file, we need to put here the names again so that we will have a guide on whose grades are we looking at. So let's go back here and let us open again input data front card. From the input data front card, we are going to copy the names from B1. So drag downward and then up to G50. You right click and then click copy. Go back to first grading grades, and for B1 here, right click and then click the 1 2 3 icon or the paste values. Click file and click save. You may now close this and go back here again to our folder. Let us now proceed to the second grading. Open the second grading grades, click enable content, and then click this and let us go back to input data front card, right click and then click copy, and then click this again and go back to second grading grades. Okay, so from B1 you click 1 2 3 or paste values, click file and save, and then close this. Again, let's go back here to the folder. We are now going to open the third grading grades. Click enable content. Okay, go back here and then click input data. Again, copy the names and paste the names here again. Right click and then click 1 2 3, click file and click save, and you may close this. Again, go back to the folder and let us now open the fourth grading grades. Click enable content and then right click and click copy, and then go back here again, right click and click 1 2 3 or paste values, and then click file and click save. So let's go back here again. Let's see if there are still files that we have to put the names here on the final. So open the final folder, final grades, and then let's see here. So let's open again the input data front of card. So let's get the names again. Highlight from B1 to G50 and then go back, right click, click copy, and then paste this on our final grades there, and click file and click save. Okay, so you may now close this. We are now going to enter grades on the different grade sheets. So we are going to open the grade sheets folder. Now, what you are going to do is that these different grade sheets must be given to the subject teachers so that you don't need to type anymore the grades. So for example, for this AP folder or for this AP file, just copy this and then send this to your AP subject teachers either through flash drive or through Facebook. And once the subject teachers are done filling up the grades, they will just return this, okay? But take note, never attempt to change the file names here. Again, Do not change the file names, even though you have given this to the subject teachers, but the file names should be the same. The file names are included on the program, so you cannot change the file names. So for example, for the AP, for first grading, the subject teacher will put here the name or the grades of the students. So what he will do is just copy the grades from the electronic class cards, and then he will just paste the grades here. Once he's done, he will just click file and then click save. So we have here an example. So here the AP teacher has put the grades. As you can see, we have 2 students with no grades, so this is easy for our electronic report card. Once he is done with this, again, just save the files. Okay. So once all the subject teachers have given their grades for the first grading, we are now ready to make our card for the first grading period. Okay, so since you have already received all the grade sheets here, we are now ready to make our card. So click on the main menu. Oh, by the way, please help us by subscribing to our YouTube channel, www.youtube.com/user/highschoolreviewer. Thank you. Okay, so let's now proceed here to the first grading. There are only 3 steps to generate all the report cards for boys and girls. So our first step is to click this generate grade summary. So click on this. The different grades are transferred here on our first grading grades file. As you can see, there are students with blank grades, so this will not be printed on the report cards. And we can also put here the different values. Let's just assume, or let's just as an example, let's put here SO for all the students. Again, this is just an example. Okay, so let's put SO, then drag that there. So once you are through, or once you are done, click file and click save, and you may close this. And then let us proceed to step 2, generate report card for boys. So click on this. As you can see, the program is processing there. So the grades now are transferred to the report cards of 31 boys. So wait for it for several seconds. The longest, I think, would be around 2 minutes. Okay, so it is done. Let's check on this. Let's go to B1. Okay, so B1 is here. There. We have the grades and we have the SO here. So for B1, all you have to do is print this on your back of card of B1, and you are done with your first grading report card. You have B2, B3, B4, B5, B6, B7, B8, B9, B10, up to, since we have here 31 students, this will be up to B31. So here are the grades. So there are 31 boy students. For B32, it is already blank. And for the report card of girls, it is still blank. So here's G1. So click on file and click on save. Okay, once the file has been saved, we can now proceed to step 3, which is to generate the report card for girls. Okay, we may close this one and we may close this one also. So click on step 3, generate report card for girls. Okay, so there, the program is processing, just like for the boys report cards. Okay, so the program is loading the data for your girls report cards. Again, this will take around 1 to 2 minutes. Okay, so it is done. Click on G1. So these are the data for G1, G2, G3, G4, G5, G6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and since we have up to G20, G21 is already blank. So you are through generating all your report cards. All you have to do is print this on the back of cards. So click File and click Save. Okay, so you can close this one, and close this one. Okay, so now we are ready to print the cards. Open here the first grading and open first grading cards. Okay, so and then click enable content. Let us proceed first to B1, or to the boys. So click on B1. Okay, so this will be printed. So to print this, again, just click File and click Print. Select the printer. Okay, so I have here, my printer is still offline. Okay, I'll just turn it on. Okay, so it is now turning. Let's go back here to home. Again, to print this, click File and then click Print. Okay, so my Epson L220 is already ready. So make sure that you select only one here, and this will be printed. So the grades for the first grading as well as the values observed. So once you are ready for B1, so click Print and this will be printed. There. Okay, so let's just cancel this. Okay. So for B2, the same. Open B2 here. Click File and then click Print. Select the printer and then 1 for the number of copies and then click Print. And then put your B3, put the backup page for your B3. Same process, click File and then click Print. So same process for the rest of the students. So once you are done, congratulations, you have printed your first grading report cards, and it only took you around 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, so that's a big time saver. So I hope you like our electronic report cards. We have to put the B1 or the codes at the top of the cards, on the front top and at the back top, using pencil so that the cards and their grades won't mix. Okay, so just like this example on our video, I put here the codes at the top of the cards using pencil. We are now going to print the grades on the actual report card. So follow the positioning of the back of card. So insert the report card with the back of card facing towards you and then click Print. So the printing is very fast because there are only 2 lines that are being printed. So as you can see, okay, so it is on the exact boxes. The grades, okay, the grades are printed on the exact boxes of the first grading. There are grades, since the example students have no grades on their several subjects, so the blank grades are also clear on the cards. Okay, as you can see, B2 has missing grades. So if the teacher will give him a grade later on, okay, we can just print those missing grades only, so the printing won't overlap. We are now printing on G1 as our example. So all in all, the printing of the grades for 4 cards will only take more or less around 2 minutes. So that's how fast you are making your grades on your report card using this program. So congratulations, you will not spend several hours writing those grades. So we are now printing on the card of G2. Okay. There. The printing of our examples of 4 cards is done.